sharp and deadly beast, proud knight, fangs of iron cutting through the dark. Hellcat on a mission, shadows in sight. Eyes blaze red through the void, he stalks serving a crock, echoing with metal talk. Crimson circuit pulses, he strikes without balk. Hellcat, Hellcat, roar of rage, panther of the night, dark prince's cage. Hellcat, Hellcat, conquer and enslave, ironclad fury, no soul to save. Under blood moons glow colliding stars, Hellcat tearing through chaos scars. Planet falls to the war drum bars. Fueled by vengeance, hard cold as night. Hellcat fierce warrior, dark princess like Zoidstar trembles at the robotic lights. Hellcat, Hellcat, roar of rage, panther of the night, dark prince's cage. Hellcat, Hellcat, conquer and enslave, ironclad fury, no soul to save. Under blood moons glow colliding stars, Hellcat tearing through chaos scars. Planet falls to the war drum bars. Fueled by vengeance, hard cold as night. Hellcat fierce warrior, dark princess like Zoidstar trembles at the robotic lights. Hellcat, Hellcat, roar of rage, panther of the night, dark prince's cage. Hellcat, Hellcat, conquer and enslave, ironclad fury, no soul to save. Steel goes out and deadly beast, brown eye, fangs of iron turn to the dark. Hellcat on a mission, shadows in sight. Eyes blaze red through the void, he stalks, serving the crock, echoing with metal talk. Crimson circuit pulses, he starts without balk. Hellcat, Hellcat, roar of the rain of the night, dark prince's cage. Hellcat, Hellcat, conquer and enslave, colliding stars. Hellcat tearing through chaos scars. Planet falls to the war drum bars. Fueled by vengeance, hard, cold as night. Hellcat fears warrior, not princes like Zoidstar trembles at the robotic night. Hellcat, Hellcat, roar of rage. Panther of the night, dark prince's cage. Hellcat, Hellcat, conquer and enslave. Ironclad fury, no soul to save. Under blood moons glow colliding stars. Hellcat tearing through chaos scars. Planet falls through the war drum bars. Fueled by vengeance, hard, cold as night. Hellcat fears warrior, dark princes like Zoidstar trembles at the robotic might. Hellcat, Hellcat, roar of rage. Panther of the night, dark prince's cage. Hellcat, Hellcat, conquer and enslave. Ironclad fury, no soul to save.